Bruce, I really just don't understand why we're even having the conversation.
Well, yeah, the conversation's the conversation. If you boys would just listen to me in my direction, things would be fine.
Look, Bruce, we're the ones people are coming to this radio station for.
Right.
Look, you're killing me right now, but I want you boys to know you're the chimichurri on my mid-rare flank steak, all right? I want to sop you boys up with a tortilla like you wouldn't believe, but the bills are the bills, fines are fines. FCC, they're going to come down super hard on us, all right? We've only got 8 seconds of delay, you know that. Mm-hmm. We have an unpaid intern at the helm, and things are slipping through the cracks, and when things slip through the cracks, it's not your ass. Over here, look down. Mm-hmm. It's my ass, all right? Mm-hmm. So you're going to take a big old chomp out of it, all right? Now, I don't want anybody or anything on these airwaves saying goddamn. You say damn, you can say God, all good. But you know what you shouldn't be saying.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
Fair enough.
Now look, I'm not mad at you. I want you guys to make money. I want us all to make money. I want it to all be hunky-dory, everybody up and up, all right?
Well, to me, it seems like you're just up our ass for something new every week, Bruce.
Now, he ain't wrong there, Bruce.
And if I wasn't, that means I'm not doing my job.
Okay, touche.
You guys are my players. I'm the coach, the dynamic we've worked with for a long time. And hey, speaking of, you guys have really been doing a great job so far this season. I don't want to lose sight of that. I don't want to sit here and blame you or swing swords at you boys. You guys are fantastic.
Yeah, how come Brent didn't get any of this chastisement from you?
That's because Brad is unpaid. He's an intern. He's getting credit through his internship for school.
You sure about that? I mean, these boys are getting all these NILs these days.
Well, it's funny you say that. His mom actually approached me about something like that the other day. But anywho, I'm going to get out of your hair right now, okay? Just keep the language right. You guys have done radio for a long time. I want you guys to keep getting paid. It's all about that bottom line. So you boys have a good show, all right?
All right. Noted there, Bruce. Appreciate you stopping by. You know, I like to think of myself as the Howard Stern of sports radio. Okay, so hopefully, if things go well, this season after maybe we won't have to worry about this thing anymore longer, right?
Yeah, so I guess that makes me your Robin Quivers.
It would indeed, and I guess Brent is Beetlejuice.
Who? You ready to get on with this?
Let's get on it, doggone it.
And now it's time for Paultom City's favorite Yuck Monkeys, Dwayne Applebottom and Paul Wayne Teague.
All right, welcome back, folks. Thank you so much for joining us today. Of course, my name is Dwayne Applebottom, and I'm here with my friend, Mr. Paul Wayne Teague, on the First Down with Dwayne and Paul Wayne here on QWIL The Quill. Well, Paul Wayne, week 1 is in the books, is it not?
Yes, sir.
All right, we have a W in the win column, but frankly, that might as well be an L when you take a look at how we played.
Dwayne, I don't know if I've ever enjoyed a win less.
Yeah, I could not be more disappointed with the effort that was put out on that field. I mean, of course, for those of you who didn't make it to the game, final box score was your Paultom City Porcupines 60, Twin Springs Uno's 6, and those are 6 points, Paul Wayne, that should not be on that scoreboard.
Yeah, we played the Unos, but frankly, we look like numero dos out there. I don't even think Gomer 5 wanted to be out there by the end of it.
Yeah, exactamundo, compadre. I mean, sure, he was running out there with the pep squad, but you could tell his heart wasn't in it. I mean, this game was just a disappointment. And to be frank, a borderline disgrace to this program. I mean, honestly, some of the worst points that have been allowed by a Porcupine team in, I don't know, probably 10 years or so.
Yeah, I mean, these players in the second half played like they flat-stepped in cow pie. Speaking of cow pies, this segment is brought to you by Cowan's Compost, the compostest with the mostest. They carry all the best compost, mulch, and fertilizer. Cowan's Compost, located on the corner of Main and South next to Wyatt's.
Yeah, you may smell them before you see them, but I guarantee that you will not be disappointed with the quality compost that comes out of Cowan's. Speaking of smelling a little stinky, Paul Wayne, going back to the game, I mean, what an absolute pile.
Yeah, let's start with the first 3 points we gave up in the third quarter. Old Jesus Garcia-Zielinski got all the praise preseason, all the accolades coming to this year, and I'll admit I was a fan too.
Yep.
You know, old dump truck was wrecking shop in the first half, clogging lanes like he clogs toilets, but something got away from him in the third quarter.
Totally got away from him. You're absolutely right. I mean, that kid's drive disappeared like a fart in a whirlwind, you know? The Unos open up a big hole, and they run it down to our 10, and then all of a sudden, our shutout is in jeopardy because they're knocking on the door about to put up some points, you know? And, of course, you can't look for any backup from Aiden McMurray out there. I mean, the kid's colder than a corpse. His brother bails him out, holds him at the goal line. We get a stand.
Not only that, but Caden, his brother got 2 picks as well. That boy's going places.
He is. You're right. He is going places. It's a great start to his season. I do think that we're going to have to do a bit of work in the film room to see what we can do for Mr. Aiden. But, you know, bottom line is they put up 6 points on us, okay? Hats off to their kicker, by the way. His kid's name is Trace Leches. He's got a solid leg, good power behind it. Kind of wish he's playing for us, to tell you the truth. I mean, Will Williamson did his job okay during the game.
He almost missed an extra point.
Yeah, he did almost miss an extra point. I mean, it just hooked inside there. You know, I mean, it all comes down to technique, and it also comes down to focus, too. And I don't think that we had a lot of either for most of the game.
And, Dwayne, can I give you my biggest gripe of the game?
By all means, partner, please.
Yeah, let's talk about QB number 1, Mr. Rod Gonzalez.
Mm-hmm.
After he scored his 7th touchdown, he gets a taunting penalty. I mean, I don't like taking the Lord's name in vain, but Rod Gonzalez was out there acting like he was God Gonzalez.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually remember distinctly saying "Rod damn" in the press box when that flag came out. And by the way, folks, that phrase is fully cleared by the FCC.
We can say that.
Yes, we can. And look, I'm all for some friendly jawing in the game, okay? But you just can't go grabbing your unmentionables when you're up 46. Now, maybe you can do that when you're up by 70. I mean, I say, hey, hell, if the kids are up by 80, let the kids hang brain. You know, why not? But whenever you're just up 46, that's too far. He knows better than that.
The 3 most embarrassing moments of my life. When I pooped my pants in 2nd grade in Miss Simpson's class.
Yeah, I think that room still smells.
Yeah, when Jenny Palmer pants me sophomore year at the fall social.
And a surprise for Jenny to see that you'd also pooped your pants in, too. Right?
Yeah, and 3rd was when Rod Gonzalez got a taunting penalty last night.
Yeah, it is definitely a moment that will live in infamy, as they say. And, I hope Coach Strong and Rod's daddy had to come to Yahweh meeting on him on that, because that's not going to get us to state, I tell you that much. Yeah. Not getting us to state. Moving on, talking about those last 3 points that were allowed there. I mean, again, pretty painful to watch. I'm starting to think these kids can't play ball, Paul Wayne. I mean, I'll be honest, it kept me up most of the night after that game. I'm not going to lie to you. Of course, this was in the last 30 seconds of the game. We had our starters out there because we want them to be conditioned. And, hey, that's Coach Strong's decision. I'm not going to question it. But they put a kick 58 yards through those uprights to tack on 3 points and cut our lead to 54.
My hats go off to Trace Leches.
Yeah, I mean, what a play. What a kick.
He was my player of the game.
You know what? I was actually about to say the same thing, Paul Wayne. In fact, that performance earned him the McMurray Muffler Player of the Game award. Roll that muffler shuffle. So, hats off to you, Trace Leches. You earned the McMurray Muffler Player of the Game. And that's the first time we've had this honor go to an opposing player. And by God, he deserved it after what we saw last night.
You know, Dwayne, I'm a bit tired of just dwelling on this game, but I'd love to open up the opine line to get some callers' thoughts of what went on last night.
Yeah, you're right. Let's go ahead and open up that opine line brought to you by Catfish O'Holy's. Catfish O'Holy's, we have chicken now. So let's fire up those phones, and we'll hear what your opines are whenever we come back.
Get on over to the Capitalistic, Materialistic Boutique and Buffet. You can get your knickknacks, patty melts, and even bring your dog a bone. You can get Tic Tacs, wristwatches, and even take out a loan. Whatever you're looking for, we may just have it. We got coffee table books, random nature paintings, and the largest as seen on TV section this side of the Rio Grande. Mama's still cooking her famous dunch served at 4 p.m. on Porcupine Wednesdays. Of course, no takeouts. Maybe there'll still be some left over right after our boutique special ends with 10% off every item in the store 10 to 4. Oh my kid, there ain't gonna be none left over. Come on, where else you gonna get some Tupperware, hand tools, and Clementine cobbler? Ross? Well, we ain't got one in Paultom. So get on over to the Capitalistic, Materialistic Boutique and Buffet. Such a good deal, our slogan is, don't trust us. Located on the east side of Granger's next to the abandoned sister. We'll see you there.
And now the Catfish O'Holy's Opine Line on QWIL, The Quill.
All right, welcome back, folks. Of course, you're listening to Dwayne and Paul Wayne here on the First Down, QWIL The Quill. Paul Wayne, it is time to open up our favorite segment, that is the Opine Line. We will be taking calls from around the community and getting people's takes on the game from last week and seeing if they feel the same way as we do.
Yeah, just so Brad's over there screening all these calls.
Yeah, same. I think we had a little bit of a touch-and-go moment last week, but I think we got that all straightened out, didn't we, Brad?
It's Brett, and I'm doing my best.
Okay, I hope so, Brent. All right, let's open up the Catfish O'Holy's Opine Line and talk to our first caller. Looks like that's going to be Alan from Paultom City. Alan, what's your opine?
Yeah, hey guys. So I just don't know if we were watching the same game on Friday night. I was there with my wife, and I thought the boys played great. I mean, the offense looked amazing. We put up 60 points, and Rod Gonzalez didn't throw any picks. Sure, he had the unsportsmanlike call against him at the end, but I mean, he's just a kid. They're all kids, and I don't think you guys are giving them enough credit. They're out there doing their best, and last week, their best was beating Twin Springs by 54 points. I mean, am I wrong here?
All right, folks, we dropped that call. Just letting y'all know that right off the bat.
Yeah, I don't even know if we were watching the same damn game. Hell, maybe not even watch the same sport as that whack job.
Yeah, I don't know if he was peeking out from one of the deer blinds on sale across the street from the stadium at the Stuff and Save. You know what I'm talking about there?
Yeah.
But it's clear to me that guy did not see what we saw. You know, what he was saying, that kind of sounded to me like that song, Inagata Vita. You know that song? It sounds good on the surface, right? But it just don't make no sense.
Yeah, I wish we had the luxury of treating these boys like kids, but this is the big time, folks. This is Texas high school football. State's on the line. They ain't kids no more.
Exactly. I mean, we're talking Friday Night Lights, not Peter Pan. These boys are growing up into men this year. And let's be honest with ourselves, all right? What we saw was them dawdling in Neverland last week. It was an absolute garbage performance, and it's our job to hold these boys to a standard that gets them to state.
Yeah, and I just want to get this out in front of the other callers waiting on the Opine line. Don't bring that kind of garbage onto our show. We don't tell you how to do your job, so don't tell us how to do ours.
Mm-hmm.
Stick 'em pines.
You know, you don't earn the 2002 Texas Sportscaster Most Improved Honorable Mention by not calling it like you see it. And I see caca on this team, Dwayne.
Preach it.
Been here for a long time, gonna be here for a long time, folks. Don't try me. Should we take another call?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. All right, looking at the Opine line, looks like we got Ashley on the line. Ashley, what's your Opine?
Oh my god, I can't believe I made it through. Hey y'all, it's me, Ashley.
My ears are percolating.
God, ears gonna be bleeding today. All right, hello right back at you, Ashley. Now, you were at the game last week, I assume. Do you have any opinions on the Pines' performance, or any thoughts on the final score, anything like that?
Oh, yeah. I was totally there, and I loved what I saw. I got so many good shots from my Instagram. Like, I really wanted to come on and give a big shout-out to you guys, but I also wanted to give a shout-out to #Johnson.
Uh-oh.
And, like, if he wants to go homecoming with me this year, he, like, totally can.
Uh-oh. Hey, hashtag, if you're listening, sounds like someone's knocking on the door there, bub. You better answer it.
Now, Dwayne, I'm going to step in right there. I don't know if we want the boys to be distracted by the feminine wiles.
Oh, okay. Hey, you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right, Paul Wayne. Maybe let's put that matchmaking on the back burner until homecoming season. All right. Okay, hashtag, forget what I say, man. Hey, stay focused on the task at hand, all right? Ashley, we thank you for your call, and best of luck to you, girl. All right, looks like we got time for one more caller here on the Opine line, and looking like that's going to be Judd from west of the Rockies. Judd, what's your Opine?
Actually, it's Jed east of the Rockies.
Brent, you had one job there, dude.
It was staticky.
No matter that, boys. All good, all good. Anyway, long-time listener, first-time caller here. Just wanted to get down to the topic at hand. Get down to brass tacks, you know?
Sure.
1-0. Great. Super. Terrific.
Mm-hmm.
However, ain't nothing like getting embarrassed. Am I right, fellas?
Preaching to the choir.
Exactly.
This defense, you boys illuminated it perfectly earlier. This defense got its ass thrown into an anthill like a small beta male child in first grade playing Red Rover.
Mm-hmm.
The big girl bully took him down, threw him right in that ant pile, and now he's all bitten up and pockmarked. Coach Strong has his work cut out for him heading into next week, let me tell you. And I don't care how many dads, how many papas, how many uncles, how many great uncles are calling up wanting to give out participation trophies, or how many student bodies are calling in wanting to, get gaga over the players with all their hormones raging. Old Jetty here is going to give you the truth, nothing but the truth, and that last week's performance was grade A horse hockey. Anyway, I'll hang up and listen and go Pines.
Go Pines. Go
And
Pines.
Finally, I just got to say, finally, a caller with some dadgum sense.
Uh-huh. Yeah, thank you, Jed, from east of the Rockies. And don't hang up just yet, Jed. You did win our Opine Caller of the Week, so just hang out on the line. You'll get to chat with us during the break. But you know what I do love, Paul Wayne, is when callers actually know what they're talking about. You know, I mean, I appreciate a nice, insightful opinion. Don't get me wrong. But, I mean, he really hit every single thing on the head right there. What do you think, Paul Wayne?
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly with Jed. And it's nice to know we got people listening all over the world.
Too true. I mean, it really is a testament to the power of the brand. So hats off to the Booster Club. I mean, this program has really put together, a true brand over the years that's marketable. And Porcupine Nation, it doesn't stop at the county line. So watch your back, Jerry Jones. All right, Pine Nation, it's grown by the day.
Trying to keep up with the Joneses, as they say.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We're going to go toe-to-toe with them one of these days. All right. Well, partner, that's going to do it for the Catfish O'Holy's Opine line. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be speaking to a special guest for our Reds Phosphates Educator Spotlight, so stick around, and we'll be right back.
Hey everybody, this is Red Bartleby asking you to head on down to the #1 phosphate shop in Paultom, Red's Phosphate Parlor and Preserves, where we got the finest phosphate shakes and the fastest soda jerks in all of Texas. Lest we not forget about our state-of-the-art Nickelodeon machine, where 2 nickels gets you 10 plays, and we got all the popular hits that the kids love, like Dizzy Jelinski, Duke Wellington, and Louie Legweek. Maybe you'll get a free burger if you play my hit of the day. Yes, sir, we hadn't changed a lick since 1953, and we hope you haven't either. So why don't you and the missus come tie one off at Paulton's #1 phosphate parlor in town, Red's Phosphate Parlor and Preserves, #1 for a reason.
And now it's time for the Paultom Consolidated Educator Spotlight with Dwayne and Paul Wayne.
All right, welcome back, y'all. Dwayne and Paul Wayne here on the First Down, QWIO The Quill. We've got a special guest in studio with us today, do we not, Paul Wayne?
Yeah, today's Educator Spotlight is brought to you by Paultom City's #1 phosphate parlor, Red's Phosphate Parlor and Preserves.
That is right. Solid place to go if you need a good date spot, or need a new place to take the kids, or if you just need a good place to blow off some steam. Head on down to Red's. You'll have a good time, I guarantee you.
Now, our educator in the spotlight this week is Crystal Slater, the band director at Paultom City. Crystal, welcome to the First Down.
Oh, thank you, Paul Wayne. Thank you, Dwayne. So happy to be here, talking band with you boys.
I'll admit it, Crystal. This is a bit of a treat for me, okay? Because I love our band. I'll level with you. I mean, truly, y'all put on a great show, game in, game out, and I always like to tell everyone, and Paul Wayne can attest to this, in the press box, once halftime hits, I am eyes down on that field. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard's looking like. I'm telling everybody, hey, we don't lose halftime. We don't lose halftime, So really, this is a true honor for me to have you in here in the studio with us.
Oh, well, I am so flattered, Dwayne. That's just a testament to the hard work that these kids put in and day out.
I mean, even though we won last week, I'd say the shining diamond for me was that performance y'all put on at halftime. Wouldn't you say, Paul Wayne?
Yeah, damn near put a tear in my eye.
Yeah, same here.
What.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, so Crystal, really hats off to you and those kids you got. I mean, whatever you do in the band hall, it's working.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I can't tell you how much it means to us to have this kind of support from the community. We've really worked so hard this year to have this year's halftime performance. So, to see it all really come together has really been such a rewarding experience as a director.
Now, remind me again, this year's halftime performance has a Garth Brooks theme to it, correct?
Oh, that's right. This year's performance is entitled Nothing Ventured, Nothing Gains, where we exclusively perform songs from Garth Brooks' album, The Life of Chris Gaines.
My favorite album is To Tell You the Truth, ma'am.
It is underrated, for sure. Now tell me why you chose that album in particular.
Oh, well, it just makes sense. This year, our last 7 seasons have been inspired by Garth Brooks' albums and his books.
Oh, yeah. Last year's was inspired by the Fresh Horses album, was it not?
That's so right. You have a really good memory, Dwayne.
I mean, hey, I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't have memories of those renditions of the Beaches of Cheyenne at y'all's halftime performances. I mean, truly, it was like I was almost there myself.
That's so nice of you to say. Unfortunately, that show didn't take us to state last year, but it holds a fond spot in my heart.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to come out and say it. Y'all were flat out robbed at the UIL competition last year. Absolute robbery.
Yeah, and I'll second that, ma'am. Just absolute con job.
Yeah, so if any of you UIL judges are out there listening, all right, y'all got it wrong, all right, flat out.
Jerks.
Oh, wow, thank you. We are bouncing back this year, bouncing so much. I have no doubt about that, especially since we have our star tight end, Peyton Hurst, on the brass line this year.
Pay dirt.
Yeah, pay dirt. I mean, what can't that kid do? I mean, kid runs a 4.740 and can sight read a page like he's Mozart. I mean, hey, I'm knocking on the door here. Hey, Leonardo da Vinci, watch out. All right? We got another Renaissance man on our hands there, Paul Wayne.
Yeah, the kid's got just one speed, and that's Allegro.
Yeah, they could call his end zone the coda because he just keeps coming back to it,
Wow, you boys really seem to know a lot about music. I'm impressed. Do either of you play?
I dabble on the bass a bit myself, ma'am. You can actually catch my band at Catfish O'Holy's every third Thursday of the month.
Oh, I wasn't aware you performed. What's your band's name?
We're the Eckridge Boys. We do Oak Ridge Boys covers mostly.
Ooh, well, I guess I'll just have to check y'all out.
I'll give you my drink tickets for next week if you want to join me. I'd love to have someone to sing Elvira to.
Oh, well,
Papa Momo.
All right. Now, I know we have a pretty stellar woodwind section there, Crystal. Why is that?
Well, I used to play a lot of clarinet, so I like to think back by my experience there has helped our woodwinds out so much.
Yeah, how long you soaking that reed for?
At least 6 hours, at least.
My God.
Okay. I think it may be time to turn off the old educator spotlight there. Okay. Move on along. Crystal, thank you so much for joining us today, really.
It's such a pleasure being here. And thank you so much for all you've done for my son, Brett. I know he loves being in the booth here with you two. Don't you, honey?
Not now, Mom.
Wait, Brent's your kid? Well, how about that?
Yeah, he needs a stepdaddy.
Okay, Crystal, let's get you out of there. Thank you so much for your time.
I'll send you our Facebook event.
All right, well, folks, that's going to do it for us today. Just a reminder, we got the game next week on the road at North Lake Merrill. Kickoff is at 7:15. Mary Mufflers is going to be putting on a little weenie roast before the game in the parking lot, so come on out, tailgate with us, and we'll have a good time. Until next time, I am Dwayne.
I'm Paul Wayne.
And this has been the First Down on QWIL, The Quill.
The official broadcast partner of Paultom City Consolidated Athletics, QWIL, The Quill.